Has it ever happened to you that you're bored, so you log into Netflix to watch a movie and you scroll? You're finding a movie and you scroll and you scroll. Only seen this a couple of hundred times, and you scroll and you scroll, but you can't really find anything, so you give up. But then an idea pops into your head, and you search for a movie list online, and you find a movie that you like, and you search for that movie on Netflix. Okay, it's not showing up instantly. Oh wait, it's right there. You can click on it. But fuck.
So that was a fucking lie.
Now, if you've ever been lied to or spent hours searching for a movie on Netflix, this video is for you. Whether you're a newbie, a regular, or a cinephile, I've gone through the archives of Netflix so that you do not have to. And my name's Karthik Verma, and this is my list of movies that you should be watching if you're bored out of your mind. On Netflix India, of course.
Now, firstly, for the naive newbies who, for some reason, haven't been watching movies all this time,
The first movie I have for you guys is Baby Driver.
the story follows Baby, played by Ansel Elgort, who has been forced into a life of crime as designated getaway driver by the criminal mastermind called Doc. But once his debt with Doc has been repaid and he's still not let out of the criminal life, Baby has to take things into his own hands, risking everything he loves and his life himself, trying to get out of the vicious cycle that is crime. While the plot is serious and tense, there are many light-hearted aspects one can enjoy. Real and exhilarating car chases, brilliant bits of visual comedy,
Than us. He wants to sit there in his car, keep his white shirt clean while the rest of them.
and every major scene being synced to music. Baby Driver truly has something for everyone. Django Unchained is directed by Quentin Tarantino. The story follows Django, a slave in 1800s USA, until he meets Dr. Schultz, a smooth talking and charming bounty hunter who can talk himself out of any situation or shoot himself. Schultz eventually frees Django while offering him a job as his bounty partner. With the help of Dr. Schultz, Django learns to be a free man in a white man's world. But that isn't enough. The love of his life is still a slave, so Schultz and Django sprout a plan to go free her. But to do that, they must face the vilest slave trader of them all, Monsieur Candy. The story plays out almost like a fairy tale, where one has to fight the big bad dragon to get to their lover. In addition to that, Django is like the ultimate underdog.
Django.
As he navigates himself through the white man's world and learning to be a true individual and equal to them, you almost feel like cheering him on till the end, and it keeps you invested in the story. And of course, it's Tarantino, so the music is something to behold. And the one-liners are crisp and endless.
I like the way you die, boy.
Well, gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Now for the regulars, who have remained resilient to the frustration of not finding a movie they like. In an age where spy movies are blatantly ripping off each other, using the same plot, releasing at the same time, just with different characters, looking at you, Mission Impossible Inspector, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. acts as a much needed breath of fresh air for the genre, with a tonal and stylistic change. Based in the Cold War era, the story follows Napoleon Solo, a CIA agent who has been forced to work with Ilya, a KGB agent, to save the life of all humanity. The dynamic between Ilya and Napoleon is amazingly portrayed, with wittiness and amazing fight scenes, which become the highlight of the movie.
Super hardened boron sharpened with a CO2 laser.
CO2 laser.
All the characters are immensely fashionable, and coupled with the glitz and glam of the 60s, the hotness is truly palpable. With stylishly shot fight scenes and hilarious comical moments, this makes Man from U.N.C.L.E. an underrated gem for anyone looking for a good time at the movies.
Smoothly done.
Bollywood has given us some raging fun fests over the years, and Oi Lucky Lucky Oi is one of them. Lucky is a happy-go-lucky con man who wins the hearts of everyone he meets, sometimes more hearts than he can handle.
जादू की पुड़िया हो तुम है
The story follows him as he rises from the rags to the riches, using only his smooth talking skills and his sheer confidence.
स्कोर क्या हुआ सर जी?
If it sounds similar to you, that's because it is. It's basically the Indian version of Catch Me If You Can. Only if you replace forging checks with stealing TVs,
लकी? कौन लकी?
boring love interests with Indian love
अरे
interest, and
Showroom
the
से?
edge of the chair tension with more light-hearted fun.
ओए, इसको कहाँ लेके जा रहे हो? तो मेरा म्यूजिक सिस्टम है.
अंदर जाके देख तो लो मैडम, आपके पापा इसकी जगह आपके लिए क्या लेके आए हैं?
ओके.
और मैडम हैप्पी बर्थडे।
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away.
Now, for the eccentric enthusiasts, the people who live and breathe cinema. The Trial of Chicago 7 is a courtroom drama following 7 people accused of inciting riots in Chicago. So, yeah, pretty verbose as the title. The 7 claim that they were there for only a peaceful protest against the Vietnam War. But there is significant political pressure to indict someone for the riots, as the only other culpable party could be the police. What follows next can only be described as a beautifully written script, seamlessly transitioning between the courtroom in the present to the riots in the past.
Shouted.
In addition to that, the movie explores a litany of themes that are just as relevant now as they were 40 years ago. The political influence placed on trials of high importance, the escalation of protests to riots, the responsibility the police holds in that scenario, and racism. This movie does not even give you a second to look up and sets you up for tears at the end, one way or another.
This is it. It's time.
We're not rushing the police.
Tom doesn't want anyone hurt.
We've got to turn this.
Also, it's written and directed by Oscar-winning writer Aaron Sorkin and stars Eddie Redmayne, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So yeah, watch it. Mank. Now, this movie is probably not for everyone, but for the cinephile, this is truly so much more than a movie. The movie follows the man who wrote arguably the best movie of all time, Citizen Kane. And no, I'm not talking about Orson Welles, but Herman Mankiewicz. The movie puts us into his shoes and walks us through the landscape of 1920s Hollywood. Whether it be the joy and elation of making a story on the fly,
Peasants who pursue them amid torches, overturn their creaky wagon, and set fire to it,
or the struggles of being a man with integrity in the political film industry. We experience it all, and he remembers it all as he struggles to finish Citizen Kane. But this movie is so much more than its plot. The movie is shot entirely in black and white, and the light usage is otherworldly. The transition between scenes are as if someone had attached the reel of film to another, as in the old days. The dialogue is flowing, the storytelling on point. All of these contribute to making this an experience of authenticity. At the end, there is one thing at the center of this movie. That is the tragedy of Herman Mankiewicz.
Oh, man, are you ever serious?
only about something funny.
A man for whom his life was his art and his art was his life. Thank you for watching this video. I intend to make a lot more videos about movies, so please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time.